5 seconds to go. Start. On Wednesday last, in the Memorial Hall workshop, Mr. Walter Wilde of Wakefield delivered an extremely fascinating lecture on the empire. He referred to the enormous size of the dominions, to the millions of people of various races living in them, and to the bewildering variety of animal life to be found in the area included in the empire. He deplored the frequent wars which had weakened British South Africa in the past and expressed his belief that the future would tell a very different story. Mr. Wilde spoke in warm appreciation of the ever growing love between the dominions and the mother country and declared that genuine affection was the best possible bond of union between us. Subsequent speakers included Messrs. Hardwick Shadwell and Wagstaff, and the audience accorded a warm expression of thanks to Mr. Wilde for his lecture. Para. Dear sirs, we thank you for your letter of last week, and we are asking Messrs. Cromwell and Warbeck of Wentworth to look into the matter forthwith. We hope that the flow of water into the workings may dwindle away with the advent of the dry weather, and that the trouble may cease of itself. In any case, you may rely upon us to do all that we can to stop the nuisance in question. We have already told our engineer, Mr. Walter Wilson, to make close inquiry into the matter, and we thank you again for the kindly way in which you have warned us of the possible loss both to ourselves and to you. Yours truly, Para. The almost innumerable terms connected with business should be understood by all who engage in trade. They are introduced into practically every transaction, and he would be considered incompetent who did not understand them. The mastery of these terms is not a task of such magnitude as to disconcert anyone of reasonable self reliance and self control. No enterprising man need entertain a moment's doubt as to his ability to learn these significant terms. The transmission of goods to a commission agent or other consignee involves the preparation of documents which will ensure the transfer of the goods to him without unnecessary delay. The arrangement of consular invoices and other forms properly inscribed and attested must be recognized as a common matter of daily routine, and a man would feel uncomfortable if he were ignorant of these things. Para. We thank you for your communication and instruction regarding the lightning conductors for the new conservative club in Conway Road. The slight misconception has now been removed, and your recommendations shall be carefully considered. We are having the cornerstones inscribed this week, and we have no doubt that you will find the inscription will satisfy you. We suggest for your consideration that it would be instructive and useful to have a translation of the Latin inscription printed and circulated before the opening ceremony. You will not consider us selfish if we arrange for a photograph of the ceremony showing our name as contractors for the work para. Herewith, we have pleasure in forwarding to you several mining market cuttings from this morning's papers, and we hope to add thereto within a day or two. The old mines have been strongly supported in consequence of the announcement of the success of recent crushing operations, and as the labor costs are likely to be reduced shortly, there is no reason why the experiments should not be carried further. You will recollect that we warned you against your extreme hopefulness regarding the possibility of profit from the new workings, but you were sanguine to the point of recklessness. Irregularities in the directorship have come to light, and unfortunately, our pronouncement as to the mineralogical conditions has been amply justified. We shall send you a supplemental report later and will keep you constantly advised of any changes in the situation. Para. I am sorry to interfere with the arrangements for the announcement of the concert season, but at the same time, I am compelled to say that I think the form proposed is not likely to have the effect of introducing new members to the society. I fear the psychological effect of the wording of the circular, which is more like a command or instruction than an invitation. I think it will provoke a feeling of resentment in the minds of those whom you are addressing, and at the same time convey a false impression. I am conscious of no selfishness in communicating with you on the matter, because it is quite immaterial to me whether the membership is large or small, but as the instructor and conductor of the choir, I must in self-defense warn the committee against a possible misconstruction of their circular. I think you will be able to induce them to change it. I have been wanting to see you for some time, and if you will call sometime during the coming week, I shall be glad of a little conversation with you. Para.